Hey, everyone, it's the Great Northern Sex Show. I don't even know the name of my own show.
Sexcast.
No, Great
Sexcast.
Northern Sexcast show. I was updating the website earlier, greatnorthernsextoystore.com. So it's just been fascinating. So Great Northern Sexcast. That's what we're doing.
That's what we are doing. And you can check us out on Facebook at Great Northern Sexcast. And our Facebook page, I love our show's Facebook page. I think it's really, really good. Megan is our amazing web mistress, and she takes all of the links from these wacky stories that we talk about, and she posts them for us. So you can read up and get more detail and comment, and it's a really fun page. So check it out.
Yeah, she's moving this week.
Did she find a place?
She found a place. And so there's a link up there. It's not really fancy. It's just a link to the Facebook page of the Twin Cities Fetish Week, which I had some idea what was going on, but we don't do a pop-up store or do anything. So it's out there, and they've got a whole bunch of different things going on. It's a sort of way to explore kink, but if you're curious about it, you don't have to be, into it. You can just, sort of see if it's something that you like. Mm-hmm. There's stuff going on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. There's stuff at Ground Zero, Gay 90s. Here's my favorite one, because I used to do the Renaissance Festival. Let's see. Midsummer's Night Wet Dream Party. Think festival, but way sexier. I'm like, yeah, how's that possible?
I know, right?
With boobs and cod pieces.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious. Tonight, we're doing this a little bit later, so it's Thursday. There's burlesque and rope bondage and candle play and everything. That's at Ground Zero. Bondage a Go-Go is going to be on Saturday. That's been a long-term thing. A lot of folks, know about that. And it's just been, I'm like, hey, this is a great way for people to explore.
Well, yeah.
And so, and the people are always curious. Now, because a lot of times you can read about things, you can go online, but you can meet people that might be interested in the same things you are.
Okay.
And so I put the link, I was looking at a City Pages article, but I went through and I put the link on the Great Northern Sexcast page, and so it's there.
Okay. Here's something. I find it kind of funny that burlesque is wrapped into kink and fetish, because I think it's really fun, exotic dance. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm sure. It's sort of like folks that do belly dance. Sometimes it gets more sexualized versus. And they're all. But burlesque. Yes, people are removing things, but they're doing it usually in some sort of satirical or artistic way or something like that. There's more to it than I'm removing clothes.
Yeah.
The choice of the music, the choice of the costume, the choice of the movement that's going on.
Whether or not there are feathers.
Yeah, whether or not there are feathers.
I love anything with feathers.
Oh, I had a friend that was a box of popcorn once, and the balloons and popcorn, and it was so adorable.
Was it cute?
Oh my God. Well, I know several people in the burlesque community, and their performances are it's hard to say something is just beautiful and stunning and absolutely hysterical at the same time, but this is what they manage.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. And there's a lot of stuff going on, and I think folks, like I said, if you're listening to this today or the next, or Friday or something like that, check out, I'm sure you can just Google Twin Cities Fetish Week and come up with stuff that's going on. But I thought it was really fascinating. We just, in our seminar that we had, I think I'm still recovering from my cat taking meds and having to go to the ER for like 24 hours.
Just really quick, the cat stole the kid's ADD meds.
Yes.
And ate it.
Yes.
And lived.
And so, yeah, I was...
And the cat's name is...
Panda, which is, of course, short for pandemonium.
And I have never in my life seen a more appropriately named cat in my life. So, your putties are hooligans, but go on.
So, where was I? There's just a lot of stuff, going on, but like in the fetish world, and it just keeps growing. We sell a lot of e-stim or electro-stim stuff. We've been selling more elaborate cock and ball play items. We've been selling more male chastity items, and these are all part of the fetish world. And a lot of, it's so popular in some areas that they've actually have plastic male chastity devices with plastic locks that are like numbered, so that you can like wear these through airport security.
Oh my God. Can I just divert for 1 second on that particular subject? So there's a show, and I've been waiting for it to come back, and I have a feeling they're having trouble with it. But it's called Gigolos, and it was a Showtime original, and it's about these male prostitutes basically in Las Vegas. And it's Cowboys for Angels or something like that. And anyway, these guys, and it was a pretty interesting show, but they literally, I couldn't believe that people actually, females in most cases, and sometimes their husbands would pay to watch or whatever, but these people would come, they would be on camera, say their first names, and they would show sex between the client and these guys. But one of the episodes, and that wasn't the most interesting part, it was just the whole thing was just like it was a train wreck. I couldn't stop watching. And then you started to like a couple of them and, see how they are and stuff. And one of them's dog died and I cried and, stuff like that. But anyway, there was one episode where a client wanted to put a male chastity box on one of the guys, and he, it was part of what she was paying for. But here's what, and I thought was odd, and maybe you can explain this to me. So she goes to his place, she locks him up, and then leaves and comes back like 2 days later. So how is that fun? I don't know. Like for her, because if like she's not there with them, is it just knowing she's locked up a guy and stranded him with his?
I think so, because she knows that he cannot have an erection unless she is there.
Okay.
I mean, that's what, it's going through there. She controls the erection. Okay. And, it's any partner play, stuff like that. You're controlling access.
Controlling access. Yeah. Why is that funny? It just is.
Yeah, I know. That's what they're going through there, because and then for the other person, it's about trust that the other person's going to come back. Like, a lot of fetish, a lot of things going on. The communication between someone, the giving of oneself. And there's there's a lot going on. It's just not about abusing another person.
Yeah.
It's more about, it has a lot more to do with trust and and giving up, just having to give up your cares. I mean, a lot of different stuff going on, not really about pain.
No, it didn't seem about pain, but I just couldn't imagine what she was getting out of it. And I thought of all the ones that I've watched, that was one of the more peculiar ones, to be honest with you. But it's an interesting show. There's 5 seasons of it. So if you want to look for it, and you might even be able to find it on Netflix. It's, it's fluffy, but I think it's better than most TV reality shows, the regular TV. So anyway, check it out.
Yeah. Oh, you said there was in Vegas. So I went to Vegas over the weekend.
Did you go gamble at all?
No. Well, wait a minute. Okay. We did go to a sports book, and I did put $5 on the Twins to win the World Series. Because if you're there, it makes it more fun. And I put $5 on the Vikings to win the Super Bowl. I mean, because you're there, it's a sports book, and we drove. But in Utah, there is a town called Beaver.
The town's called Beaver.
The town is called Beaver.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
The town is called Beaver, and you know this because as you're going up the interstate, there are billboards for the businesses in this town, and then underneath it says "I Heart Beaver." And then as you pull in, because I wasn't really planning. I pulled in, had to use a restroom. We're pulling in, and then I look, and there's this very large sign, and it says Beaver Tacos. And I'm going, we are so stopping, because it's Beaver Tacos. And there's a little cartoon beaver. And here's the best part. Really damn good food.
Really?
Yes. They had T-shirts that said Beaver Taco and mugs that had Beaver Taco and stuff like that. I didn't get a T-shirt. I'm never going to wear it. But I did get the mug, which is sitting next to my Crystal Beaver at my office.
Oh, of course.
But no, Beaver Taco, Utah.
Nice.
Eat there. It's good.
Okay. Very good. Authentic kind of?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I like it. And a sense of humor.
And a sense of humor,
And a nice margin for merch. I like that. So every week, this is kind of part of what we do. We kind of go through the stories of what's going on related to sex, nudity, and other oddities out there. And this first one out of the box today: why women don't want oral sex.
Well, they don't want to receive it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This article. I'm like, oh, come on now. How is this possible? But you know what? It's not funny, but it is. This is a story in the Journal of Sex Research, Colleen.
Okay.
Basically, the study says that women don't want to ask for it because they don't want to reciprocate.
I'm like, let me guess, because I mean, it's fair. If you're not willing to give it, you shouldn't receive it, and vice versa. I mean, I don't disagree with the concept, But you might want to be looking about why you're not interested in giving it yourself.
Yeah,
going through there.
Well, it's funny,
but that's fair.
No, it is, but it's just kind of funny. I mean, here's the thing that I found amusing, and again, I told you at the beginning of the show we always post the links so you can read about this. But this line made me laugh.
Okay,
and it said, here it is. It says the researchers found that men would actually like to perform oral on their partners more often, but they could be using it as an ulterior motive. So basically the women are like, well, why does he want to do it? Maybe it's just because he's trying to trap me. And it's like, oh my God, does everything have to be that complicated? Like, I don't need conspiracy theories in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's once again, I'm thinking much more of a communication issue.
It always comes back to that.
Yeah, could you be thinking, like when someone doesn't do something and suddenly it gets done, you're like, did they actually learn or do they want something? I mean, you think that like with toddlers and children.
Yeah.
You're like, why did I get a thank you? Why is the room clean? But I would certainly hope by the time that someone was a grown up, these things were worked out.
I'm finding that chronological age has nothing to do with grown up. I mean, I just actually put that in an email regarding something earlier this week.
No, it is very, it is. I'm finding that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, did you ever see the movie Ted?
No.
With Mark Wahlberg?
No.
It's actually funny. I mean, really funny.
I just never got around to it. So one of these days it'll show up on Netflix or Hulu and I'll click on it.
You know what? It's funny. So, okay, that said, there's so many disturbing elements in that movie, which is what makes it so damn funny. This, I don't know. There's a teddy bear vibrator. Okay? Have you seen it?
No, I put it this way. I'm sure Tara and other folks have, but they know my issue with vibrators that look like children's toys. There's plenty of things out there that I just think, I'm like, no. The although we did get in, was it the Hello Kitty one? Just for entertainment value, because it was a sort of a pocket vibe. It was a outie vibe, not an innie vibe, so it didn't freak me out. But there's like rubber duckies and bath sponges and other things that look like cute little inchworms and stuff like that. And I'm like, if it looks like a children's toy, like I said, it's my own personal heebie-jeebie. I just don't want to sell it. So if it's a vibrating teddy bear, if they've seen it, they haven't even brought it up to me because I don't know.
Because you would have known by now. There's no way Tara could have escaped this if she's been to the shows, but it's fairly new and it was only fairly recently crowdfunded, so maybe she will run across it soon. Okay. Which will be. Well, they're at a show.
Her and Liz are at a show right now.
Okay.
So who knows? Okay. Maybe to be there.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's furry. I mean, it's got free. So they talked about, be careful of the type of cleaner you use on it because it will end up smelling like what it absorbs. So just let that hang there for a second while I queue up the next story.
Oh, no.
Oh, speaking of that, okay, so do you ever use your Siri to voice text or email?
No.
Okay, I do it all the time because I'm in my car a lot. And I'll answer somebody and just, reply and then dictate the message. And, I've sent out some pretty funny stuff that I have not proofed because I was going 80 miles an hour. But this last one was, I used the terms sphere of influence, and that went across as syrup influence. But
well, if you're Canadian, there could be. I've been hearing about. I've been hearing about the syrup cartels. Yes.
Okay, but the better one was it was supposed to be co-brand, and it went out as cum brand.
So, well, like Come and Go. You're working for the Come and Go convenience stores?
No. Nope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What brand of cum is? I was just horrified, and I thought. I think if I hit reply all to say "oops, Siri" or whatever, it's just going to call more attention. So I'm just going to
just let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, that's what I did.
I was fascinated by the amount of double entendre that it just happens along the interstates with the you mean
like the signs you were seeing and stuff?
Yes. I mean, you've got the Come and Go stations and the In-N-Out stations and the In-N-Out burger and you're just like, yeah, I swear. I mean, everything out there is horribly is all sexual, and I try and tell a vibrator, everybody freaks out.
Well, okay, can I just bring everybody up to speed here? You just recently flew out to Vegas to drive back with a cool little car that you just bought, and so that's why you were seriously on the road. But
1,740 miles, 3 days.
Okay, but here's what I think is funny. Could it be though that maybe everything seems like a double entendre because you're bored?
Well, there were more cows Oh my God.
Did you count?
Nebraska. You couldn't. We
Okay.
went through Wyoming and Nebraska, and